Good evening. Yeah, it's Monday morning already, CB. What's up, man? Hold on. I gotta do something here real quick. Alrighty. What's up, everybody? I am live, as you can see. And we haven't done a open forum Saturday Night Live kind of thing yet in a while, so why not? We are broadcasting to both channels. So if I miss your comment, I apologize. But we can talk trucking. We can talk trucking. We can talk, oh, hold on. Let's see here. There we go. Turn everything down. Or we can talk about whatever you want. We can talk about me going to the gym. We can talk about you going to the gym. And, or we can just, BS. And I might, if I'm feeling frisky, I might put an open link out there. Thomas Wilson, I see you in here. No low board stuff now. We don't want to talk about that. So, let's see. Let's mute this here. Sorry. I was doing something here. I should be more prepared. So, let me get rid of this windshield here. All right. Here we go. That's what I meant to do. All right. So, good evening. It is Saturday, February 17th. And, dispatch was pretty light this week. Only had one truck, one load. I've been working on some music stuff. I might have something in the works with a friend. We'll see. And, you guys can ask me anything. It could be related to music. I've been kind of in a more musical mood. I've been, so my gym has been kind of therapeutic, using music and like decent podcasts. Let me see if I can deaden this thing. See if I could change colors. Like the rainbow, that's dumb. Let's do red, green, blue. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's do that one. We'll do that one. Let's brighten that up here. I'm using my little selfie light thing that I got from Wally World. But yeah, we can talk about anything you guys want. Won't get into the YouTube drama. Not that I get into that much, but so we even got a Kenworth koozie here. I got this free at the truck show. I will not be going to the truck show this year unless some miracle happens. But I will not be going this year. So, my feet will thank me. And let's see, what else? What else is going on? It's been cold here today. I'm sure that's important to you guys. It's been incredibly cold. Not like North Dakota cold, but cold enough that we had to wear jackets on the way to the gym today. So wife went with me to work out today, so that was cool. So, but no sponsor, no. Thunder and 123 aren't showing up this year. So, and I had a car. Well, I was getting ready to reserve a car. The wife was going to come with me this year, and so. Between that and the hotel, it just isn't worth, the basically $1,000 we'd be shelling out. So pretty much, and my wife's lived in the trucking industry for, her dad was a driver. Her dad was a Teamster driver. And, so it's not like, I'd rather spend half the money or a quarter of the money and take her somewhere she wants to go. So. But anyways, that's what's going on. Let's get to the comments here, and we'll do some intros and all that stuff. Don Schonger, what's up? You are first. Good evening. Okay, so one more thing. If you see a comment highlighted, but you don't see it in the chat, it's because they're on the other channel. So I've got the OG channel going, and I've got the big channel going. After this video is done, This will go to members only, but the OG channel, it will stay up. So, unless things get crazy, which my videos never get crazy. My podcast never gets too crazy. So, WCF Invader, oh yeah, he says. Jose, what's up? Greg Zimmer, hello there. What's up, man? How you doing? How's that truck working for you? Time for some hot low board action. Morning, everyone. You're gonna mix me up. I'm going to say good morning eventually. It'll be funny or sad, however you want to look at it. Sean Fairman, good morning from Charlotte, OC. That reminds me, I got a Schneider Finance. I get Schneider Finance emails want me to buy a truck, and apparently Charlotte OC's got quite a bit. I'm sure you can probably confirm that. But no, it's not, CB. You didn't sleep through the weekend. It's still Saturday night. You're fine. Southbound, what's up? Let's see. Snorelord OG is where the cool people are, right? You going to the gym? Yes, I've been going to the gym. Since February 2nd, I have only missed 2 days, and one was because of work, and the other one was because of a dentist appointment. So take care of your teeth, children. So, Sean Fairman, can you publicly praise Taylor Swift for us Swifties? I watched a video. It's one of these recommended things where it showed this chick that was part of the Satanic Church back in the late 80s. It was on the Sally Jesse Raphael show. You guys remember that show? And this chick could be like Taylor Swift's twin. It's freaky. It's like completely freaky. And what was interesting is that, being in Missouri, we're Chiefs fans or whatever. And everybody was complaining about it. Every time they show Taylor Swift, every time Kelsey does something. And it's like, you know what? If people have a problem showing a chick supporting her dude in doing what he loves, then you've got issues, right? I mean, what's wrong with that? I had no problem with it. Yeah. So the Taylor Swift thing was just like whatever, It's not worth any kind of anger or misery or yelling or judgment or anything like that. I heard a good quote on a podcast that I shared on the community page, and it says, let me find it here. I don't want to misquote it. Critical thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. Now, I'm not saying Sean's doing that. Sean's making a joke, or maybe he's really a Swiftie fan or a Swiftie. So, but either way, no big deal. So I will not praise or make fun of her, because you know what? She did good for her truck drivers on her tour, so you got to give her that. So Mo Betta, says Tom. Did metal find you, or did you find metal? That's a great question. I think the roots of my metal fandom came from my sister when she let me hang out in her room with her big stereo system, listen to AC/DC, Back in Black when it came out. That's how old I am. If you haven't guessed, right? And I would play air guitar, and I was like pretending I was doing a concert, and so I know that album left, back and forth, and there was a period when we moved to Phoenix that I was kind of into the top 40, like at that time, top 40 consisted of like Police and Flock of Seagulls, but it also consisted of like Michael Jackson, stuff like that. But I had friends in the neighborhood that were listening to Motley Crue, Judas Priest, Scorpions, and stuff like that. And when we moved to Springfield, I was homesick for Phoenix, and I started listening to metal because it kind of reminded me of home, because it reminded me of my old neighborhood. And then the rest was history. So that's where we're at. So that's the brief history of how metal found me, depending on how you look at it. I tried giving you some work, boss. Dang, volume's dried up. Yeah, and so it'll be interesting to see what next week is. I got 2 trucks on the roster next week. And supposedly they're going to be unlimited. So, it's not like they need to be home anytime soon. So we're going to try to keep them in the lanes. I know that my Denver stuff has dried up. I talked to the broker yesterday, and she said we've contracted that out. Sucks to be you. She didn't say that part, but that's kind of how it felt like. I had a very light week too. Just cleaning garage, going to tag office, lawyer's office, water and power office. Just light work. There you go. DIY. What's this? This is a live feed. It is occurring on 2 of my YouTube channels. And there you go. That's a good sign of the times. Yes, I imagine mats will be very dialed down. I think a couple of manufacturers aren't going to be there. Someone told me that Mack and Volvo weren't going to be there, and Volvo just put out a new truck this year. So, and last year it was kind of scaled down. I mean, the PACCAR booth was all just promoting their electrical crap, and then the Cummins booth was promoting hats and knives and stuff. They weren't even selling them. They were just like, hey, look at this Cummins hat. Oh, there's a picture of our motor. It was kind of weird. It was crazy. And then the brokers, I imagine they won't even show up because, they don't want everybody yelling at them. So be thankful you didn't have to drive through the snowstorm through St. Louis last night. It was like a mini Wyoming for a while. Did it get that bad? We got a little bit of sleet here. Check this out. So my son wanted to update his license from a Class F to a Class C, which is essentially like your chauffeur's license. And so I went downtown with them to do that, and right before we did the written test, and that's all you got to do for that one. And before we can go upstairs to do the actual licensing, they closed it due to weather. And we're like, what the hell? And I think what it was that they wanted their people to get home safe, because the north side of Springfield got it worse than the south side. Because, we just got rain on our end, but then it got real cold, so it probably had some slick spots. But we didn't get anything compared to what St. Louis and some of, basically the 70 corridor in Missouri got. We go into Vegas in April. I have never been to Vegas. And frankly, I don't know if I would want to. So you didn't get notified on the other one. I thought you weren't subscribed to the other one. So, what's up, Snore Jesus? What's up, Anonymous Trucker? Yeah, work got in the way, man. Hundreds plus here, by far most I've ever seen empty, right? They got the prices written on them, or they Schneider Finance turn-ins versus just, well, I guess they'd all be turn-ins, but so. So I can say anything on here the other channel can't see, right, Steve? Well, if I highlight, it'll be shown on both channels, but so why am I fuzzy? Well, that's a good question. Maybe the light's screwing up the focus point. Let me turn this off here. Oh, that's not it. There we go. Am I still fuzzy? Maybe your eyesight's going bad. Taylor and Travis gave $100,000 each to the victims of the Kansas City massacre. Wow, it wasn't. Yeah, definitely makes it hard to hate either of them. That's pretty cool because all I know about the details is that one person was killed, 14 to 20 were injured, and the public tackled the guy that was shooting. And apparently it was after the parade, and it was a disagreement of sorts. Like, no one knows how to go to fisticuffs anymore. They got to go directly to the weapons. And that's all I've heard. I've avoided the news because you know what their narrative is going to be. This gun violence has got to stop. Meanwhile, like 50 people probably died in Chicago at the same exact time frame due to gun violence. So I was going through there. CB started out Menominee, and it pretty much snowed the entire day. I went, yep, it did. Thomas, if he highlights a comment on the StreamYard, the other chat will be able to see it then. Kansas City Massacre. So what it was there was a shooting at the celebration parade for the Kansas City Chiefs when they came back from Vegas. So that's what happened. So Taylor Swift is a biological male. I'm not even joking. How do you know? Have you seen her with her pants down? So, you are young, all good music. Oh, thank you. Some juveniles got into a disagreement at the Chiefs parade. They both pulled Glocks and started shooting. I believed it was gang related. Kansas City has a huge violent gang problem. Yeah, I mean, most cities do. St. Louis is more infamous for it, but definitely, I figured it was probably some gangland dispute thing, so, which is usually what causes the shootings. And, those guys aren't in line at Bass Pro, filling out the paperwork for their firearms, right? Yes, both I-44 and I-70 got shut down yesterday. I-70 was shut down multiple times. Wow. I didn't go to work this week. The numbers did not look good. I don't blame you. It's warm here in the high 60s in daytime. I prefer Big Rich. That's who that is. What's up, man? Haven't seen you in a minute. I don't know if I forgot that that's who you are or... Yeah, because I've seen your name in here, but sometimes I don't put two and two together because I'm like, so. But good to see you, my friend. Maybe I'm getting old, says Thomas. One person dies and it's a massacre. Wow. See, that's the news narrative. That's what they do, right? Because now my wife told me about a scenario, something that she heard on a podcast about how they're actually taking AI and creating a voice to people that have died of gunshots and using those voices to leave voicemail or calling the politicians about, being pro anti-gun stuff. That's how insane things are getting. The AI thing, if you're on Facebook, try the AI thing. It's hilarious. But the AI thing it's going to get to the point when we finally, UFO or Bigfoot, someone discovers a Loch Ness monster, you won't know it's real because you won't be able to believe it because AI is so good at that stuff. It's not quite there yet, but it's getting there. Yeah, we won't make that comment, WCF Invader. I've got to fly to Indianapolis pretty soon. I got to figure out if I'm keeping my truck or not. Well, good luck, Thomas. I find all news sources are toxic anymore. There's a couple of good ones left. I subscribe to a newsletter called 1440 in my email, and it pretty much is, it would have said 2 people were shot at blah, 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 or it says, government has done this. There's no like, government has done this, or Trump has done this, or Biden's done this. There's none of that, so... my name is Nobody, saying good evening. 1 died so far. I believe 5 are in critical, with others in serious condition. Shooting is much worse than what you believe. Yep, AI is not good. Moet, what's up? How's it going? They could take a few words you speak and recreate your voice, then they'll call your loved ones to ask for a ransom. I actually had a weird phone call, Big Rich, about... So, this... It was weird. My oldest daughter, she was at work, and I knew that, right? And this dude calls me, and he's like, "Hey, man, I've got your daughter here. She hit me with her car, and and you need to take care of this." And then then he goes, I said, "Well, let me speak to her. Is she all right? Let me speak to her." And he puts the phone to this woman, and this woman goes, Dad, help me. And then he's like, "All right, you've got X amount of minutes." He started going off. And then it turned into that she interrupted a drug bust. Now, he was from the county. He didn't say which county because he's an idiot. And then, meanwhile, while I'm on the phone, I'm texting my daughter. I'm like, "Hey, are you okay? Are you at work?" She's like, "Yeah, why? Is everything all right?" So, and then it turned into, we've kidnapped her and she's going to die if you don't give us probably some Amazon cards or something. And I'm like, "No, I don't believe you." He's like, "All right, she's dead. We're killing her," and you could hear her screaming in the background, click. And then my daughter calls, "What's up, Dad?" Well, I explained to her. It's like, "Oh, that's creepy." So, but yeah, I can see AI doing that, so. 1 death is a tragedy. 1 million deaths is a statistic. Joe Stalin, how ironic coming from him, right? Mr. Burger. Speaking of Bigfoot, I thought I saw him in Knoxville yesterday. Turns out it was just a hairy dude wearing leggings who wanted to befriend me. What's the world going to do? Only Mr. Burger can come up with a story like that. Only Burger. Well, maybe a couple other people, but Burger's up there, right? So, Don says, I saw a clip from the California Senate debate. They were pushing for $50 an hour minimum wage. I think I saw a video on that. It was like a YouTube short, and the guy was like, after, it says after the $50 minimum wage, he's ordering something at McDonald's, and it's like, all right, sir, that'll be $730.82, something like that. It was crazy. Speaking of California, I want to bring up something that a lot of people are talking about. It's the whole AB 5 federal thing that's going on, that you can't have contractors and all that. And I just want to say something about that. Because everybody's like, well, if that goes through, then light trucking is no more. And number one, I don't think that's true. But here's the deal. Here's how I think. This is how my brain works, okay? Let's pretend it's true. Okay, let's pretend that the government has made a rule that literally wipes out a large percentage of the platforms that truck drivers are making money at. Okay? Ready? Guess what's going to happen? That's going to screw up capacity to the point that they won't have enough trucks. So guess what's going to happen? There's going to be an exemption. The government's going to okay, because like they do with the hours of service, right? Either that or rates are going to go sky high because there will be nobody to move the freight, right? And so what will happen is there will be an extension of some sort where the big companies can figure out what they're going to do, what loopholes they can go through. And then with me, it doesn't really change much because I can dispatch outside carriers if I want. Obviously, Jeff won't need a safety manager if we got no drivers. So, that might change, but then I'll recover. I don't live in fear. And so the argument back and forth of whether it's true or not, I'm just watching the game, man. That's all I'm doing. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So Burger and Rich talking to each other. Mr. Burger says, by the way, Steve, that's a true Bigfoot story. I bet. Josh Vegan, what's up? Big Rich took social media can rile a person up, man, so I don't blame you. I usually, twice a year, I go 30 days without Facebook. YouTube's about the only platform I can't kind of give up. I can give up 30 days of YouTube or Facebook. I can give up 30 days of Instagram, and Twitter's no problem. I'm very rarely on Twitter, or X, as it's now known. And you'll see, if you go to my Twitter page, it's just at Snorelord. It's basically, I post 5 things all at once, I don't know, every quarter. So, and it's just stupid crap, or sharing a YouTube video. Now, the reason why I can't give up YouTube is because I utilize a lot of YouTube for information, and then I keep up with the trucking stuff, and then also because it's good for podcasts, it's good for all that stuff. So it's kind of tough. Now, I did just discover that because I have Spotify Premium that I can get into audiobooks. So now I'm not using all my credits on my Audible. So I've got 2 books downloaded there. I've got 3 books in the queue downloaded on Audible. So I'm set for audiobooks for a while. And but for the most part, when I'm at the gym, I'm using music. So it's kind of therapy for me. I bought a Ram 1500 4x4 2-door for my retirement. I wish I had bought one a long time ago. You should see the truck that Jeff bought. It's very similar. It's a neat Ram. 28% of drivers. Okay, that's a good. Is that the number? 28% of drivers. So yeah, imagine losing 28% of the capacity. And these carriers running power only, you're going to score because you're going to be able to if you're a one truck authority, you'll be able to work power only for Prime or Schneider. All these people are losing their contractors. And what it's going to do, it's going to restructure how leases are formed. How not formed, but how they're done. And so it's gonna change things. Granted, it's gonna change the dynamics of things. But as far as living in fear, like worried about it, I'm not worried about it. Isn't the majority of the trucks on the road independent contractors? Right, and that's the thing, dude. It doesn't matter. The government doesn't care. Just like hours of service. Hours of service go out the window when there's an emergency, right? Look at the exemptions that happened during COVID. Look at the exemptions that happened during hurricane or tornadoes, relief efforts. So if it gets to that point again, like where they'll do an exemption. And while they're doing that, the lawyers of the bigger companies are going to figure it out. And then the smaller companies will have to figure it out as well. So I don't blame you, man, but I've always liked your stuff because you were real, man. Oh, talking to Big Rich. I thought you were talking to me. No, we got drivers. If the AB5 thing, I forget what they're calling it, goes, he may not have contractors because the law says you can't have contractors. That's what we're talking about, Thomas. We got 20, I believe we're up to 24. We had 3 new applicants just this week alone. So we're growing. Like trucking is growing. Catch me if you can, government man. Their threats don't scare me, right? Same thing, man. California had a CNG truck blow up the other day. I saw that. I thought there was one in Wilmington, Illinois, or is that Wilmington, California that we saw? I thought that was the deal. I saw that a firefighter got hurt. I mean, several people got hurt, but man, he was like blown like 50 feet back. CDN, good evening. Why is the new style tattoos just black, no colors? That's kind of, well, number one, it saves money, but number two, the tribal thing, if you're talking about tribal, that tribal's been kind of a trend for the last 10 years. So it's a lot easier just to have the tribal thing. It's easier to cover up. The colors get expensive. That's why. So I don't think it's a new style. It's just something that's just what it is. I haven't got time for social media anymore. Too busy being retired. Sounds very tiring. Ha! Cool. Just looked up 1440. Didn't know about it. Yeah, there you go, JF. Return from Mexico, a week of all-inclusive. Yeah, the deal with 1440 is it allows you to kind of keep up to date what's going on, like if we're about to go to nuclear war or something like that. But for the most part, it's just like this, and this. There you go. And I barely read that. It's not like I got to be, if I keep up on any news, I've got the police scanner on, sitting next to me. I appreciate that, brother. I'm too damn big to not keep it a buck. Don's got the, local firefighter critical condition after cylinder explosion in Wilmington, AMP. Dang, I need a wrench. I had to jump over the other channel. Just post the link. Here, let me fix that real quick. Hold on. Oh, I've got it all crisscrossed with the phone, so I'll have to do that later, Don. I'm liable to hang up on something. Grafton, what's up? I should have stuck with the YouTube videos. I have a lot of wild stuff go down since 2020. Yeah, I bet. Dude, you always were good with the videos, man. I enjoyed them. You had that one that went viral. Remember that day you called me and go, dude, look how many subscribers I had. You gained like 1,000 subscribers overnight because of a viral video. So, Mr. Berger doesn't even remember 2020. So, all right. So let me show you guys something here. We'll do some music stuff. Here's what I'm thinking about getting right here. Let's present the screen. CDN says, I don't know why I won't click on it. Okay, apparently we're not going to highlight. There we go. Got a bathtub spout to fix. Got to go. Have a great show. Thank you, CDN. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate you. All right. Damn it, boy. Did they legalize MPA or something? Man, I went to a protest in D.C., got arrested, thrown in jail in the middle of Kansas, almost died from a rare disease. Man, you have had it tough, man. No wonder you've been quiet. I'd be quiet, too. Anyways, let me show the screen here. I'm thinking about getting this for the music stuff. It's a multi-track recorder. What do you think? What do you think, Mr. Berger? You can record your own demos. It's got a drum machine. It's even got guitar effects on it. So I'm thinking about getting this. It's a little pricier than I wanted to spend, but I was messing with the recorder I got now, and it kept clipping. I think it's 20 years old, so it's probably just time to upgrade it. This thing is like light years ahead of it, so I'm thinking about getting this. Yeah, so Mr. Berger says, "Holy hell, man! I'm glad you made it through." Yeah, we all did. We all glad you made it through. If you guys want to see Big Rich, there's a video on my channel. I wonder if it's still there. Let's go to YouTube here. Oh, let's get rid of that. Snorelord and Big Rich. Yep, there it is. Let me share the screen, Big Rich. You want to go down memory lane? Here you go, man. Look at this. Look at me and my fat, not bearded self. Big Rich had a longer beard than me. He's wearing his Glock T-shirt. He showed me his Glock a couple of times. But yeah, that's a great video. Here, I'll even put the link in the. Oh. Fast forward to better TV. How about dismiss that? Here, let's mute that. There we are. This was at the Come and Go truck stop. Yeah, my door was open. I was like, I wonder what the hell. So let me find the link here. How about them apples, Big Rich? We were next to a Crete truck. But yeah, look how short that beard is. What's the date on this? 6 years ago. Can you believe that, dude? 6 years ago. That was us hanging out at the truck stop. Yeah, so. But yeah, back to the Zoom thing. Let me stop this video here. Let me just close this. But yeah, the drums sound fairly real too on this Burger. So I'm seriously thinking about that. Like I said though, it's a little pricey, but with it I can create demos and don't even need live drums, which I can play drums and I have a drum set, but I'm not that great, so I think this would work. So yeah. But I was also looking at this one. This is a Zoom R4. It's a little 4-track recorder. I thought about getting this one, but I think do better. Oh, my internet's screwing up. You remember that day in Springfield there, Big Rich? Man, this StreamYard's being real slow, so I apologize, guys. Let's see if I can switch the internet. Let's see. Ugh. Well, Steve, take care of my friend. I'm going to the living room and watch a movie with a knife. Well, have fun. Life is short, Thomas. So have fun and tell wife we said hi. Don says, as soon as it will highlight the comment, Dang, you look so much better now. It's hard to see you pre-weight loss. Congratulations. I found you after you dropped the weight. How did I live before knowing Snorelord? Well, I mean, check this out. Let me find something else for you here. Here, let me show you something that you probably did not know. Playlists. All right. These are... Bless you, wife. She's sneezing over there. These are GoPro vlogs. Look, I have my Jason mask, my fly swatter, my Iron Maiden thing. This is my second GoPro vlog. Let's see. Here's vlog number 1. Check this out. Look at that cheesy intro. All Windows Movie Maker out. There's Fat Me. Oh, where was I on that video? I would do the sound, but the sound doesn't come out very well on the StreamYards. That looks like... Oh, that's the caves. That's what that is. Even at Schneider, I was in and out of the Springfield caves. There's my trailer. I was picking a load of Kraft mac and cheese going to Champaign, Illinois. How do I remember that? Because that's the only time I was at the caves was at Schneider doing the Kraft loads. And then later on, I would go to the spot market and I would do the same loads. But there's my truck. I can't watch these videos. Here's GBAT's 2017 Guilty by Association Truck Show and Convoy. This is where I drove James Best's truck in the Convoy. So, man, dude, how long was that? 6 years ago. So I walked around the trucks there. There's the vendors. There's all the Peterbilts and the cab overs. I wanted one of those cab overs. There was one over here that was for sale. Wife said, no. I'm like, okay. Didn't someone wear that Jason mask and go in the basement of his truck? Yes. There's an infamous Halloween show that Steve and I did live when I was still at Schneider. We were at the truck stop there in Ohio. It's like one of our best ones. I don't know if we did it on your channel or my channel. I can't remember. But we did it in your truck. I know that. Seaburger says for the extra 100 might as well get... Yeah, it's like a big jump for just $100. Wow, I was just waiting for the truck to start moving. Imagine safety man recording a video while driving. No, any driving footage that I had, there's a Peterbilt I wanted. Is done with a GoPro. I'm not holding it. It's mounted to the dash. Oh, this is not. Oh, maybe this is not the year that I drove the truck. James's truck. Yeah, so 4th of July, I like the music that I used for this one. But yeah, if you go to the Snorelord, the big channel, yeah, see, look how fancy I got. I put the camera underneath the truck. Ooh. Look at that. That was at Transland. I was picking up a load with them. But yeah, I've done that maneuver before, but yeah, I didn't run over my camera, so that was cool. But yeah, I got all fancy with that one. And there's me talking, watching that truck back next to me, and my beard's starting to get a little bit shaggy, like the Amish stage. Look at this. Look at that, dude. I can't even believe that's the same person. And I'm wearing my patriotic hat which I think it was Diesel Life. Is that the hat I'm wearing? Look how big I was. And then, of course, I did the time-lapse driving videos. Look at that, Don. Look at that. Look how safe I was. My stupid cord in the way, my charge cord for my dash cam. But this is to music, right? And I can't play the music, obviously, because it's going to... Then I talk a little bit about my stupid load with my... There I've got my headset on like I'm special, right? Like, that's kind of dumb. But you can see the phone mount I had right there. Do not do that, by the way. That will get you a ticket. So my phone mount I did not get a ticket, but I had to leave it. I had to change it. Yeah, so that was running over the 4th of July. Let's see. Power only experiment. This is when I did a power only deal. And I got fancy. Check this out. There I talk. And then I say something stupid. And I point. And then I start driving. Intro, and then I start driving. I had a formula. Yeah, because your truck didn't have the basement option. It didn't. That's true. It didn't. So, yeah, there's Transland. And there's me going to pick up the trailer. And then I believe I show myself back into the trailer. I love doing the time-lapse stuff. Then I'd circle around. Boom, found my trailer. I'm not really driving that fast. I'm not one of those truck stop. Boom, there we go. So that was fun. Click. All right. And here's one, Lunch with Snorelord. I did with Pale Rider. And then this one's Trucking Talk. That was with Jeff. I don't know why that's in this playlist. Of course, it's got his ad there. 2018. Yeah, this is the one that I think that I drove James' best truck. I don't think it's in this video. Yeah, G-Bats. Welcome to Aggie Land. That's when I went to College Station, Texas. I know this is all exciting, right? Right. This is where I had to pick up the load. I believe this was, where did I pick that up at? Alabama, I believe. Yeah, that looks familiar. That's Alabama, I believe. No, maybe not. Yeah, because it was almost New Year's Eve. I had to hurry up, get home before New Year's Eve. So it might be Alabama. Oh, yeah, that was that muddy pit. I had the back. Check this out. Here's some backing for you guys. So I had to go into this mud pit. Check this out. See if I could do this here. Check this out. I had to go into this mud pit. I had to turn all the way to the left there. I think. No, I had to turn to the right. Yeah, there we go. Check this out. I had to avoid those pieces of metal, and that guy was helping me there. Look how narrow this is. I was looking at the parking lot, like in Google Maps. I said, "There's no freaking way, dude." And what they did is they built signs. And dude, my truck was so muddy both inside and out after I did that. It was shortly after this that Big Rich actually gave me these plastic booties that you put over your shoes. I didn't have, well, maybe I did have those then, but I just didn't think about them. Yeah, then I had to basically pull it, and then getting out, I had to back to get out. And look at all that debris. I'm surprised I didn't get a hole in my tire with all of this, right? I know this is very riveting, but you guys get over it. What else are you doing tonight? Nothing. And look at all the trash and stuff. And I remember there was another pallet on there that wasn't theirs. It was to their competitor sign. They said, "Oh, we'll deliver it for them." I'm like, okay, as long as you sign on the bills, man, I'm out. And the broker never gave me crap. I think it was a Coyote load. And so yeah, I had to keep backing, and then I was able to swing out. That was a tough. It wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't too bad, I guess. Not bad for a 400-pound dude. Then they had to move something so I could back even further, and then I had to swing. And I remember I had to like find a place to pull over so I can throw my bills in, because I was trying to get the bills in so I can get paid for the load the next day before all the holidays started. But yeah, that's how wide I had to swing to get out there. So let's see what this driving part is. Oh yeah, that was when I was picking up in Waco, and trucks were all over the place, man. It was crazy. Pink Dragons in North Baltimore. I'm not sure what that's about. Here's where I got fancy. Showing hooking up, all that stuff. See, I used to be a truck driver, you guys. Don't cry. There's me and my, I don't know, I was starting to lose weight at this point, I think, 4 years ago. Now, check this out. I'm going to pause this. Something that a lot of people didn't realize. If you look at the paint right here on my truck, this truck has been wrecked at some point, and they did a horrible blend job on the paint right through here. So, and then I had to bolt this panel because the early T680s, these panels were notorious for flying off the trucks. But there's me hooking up to my beautiful white trailer. And here's me doing a post-trip or a pre-trip or hooking up or something. Wearing my Metallica t-shirt. I don't even know where that Metallica shirt is. I have it somewhere. Oh yeah, there's me at the... Where was this? I was at some truck stop. I don't even remember this. This is crazy. And I don't know. There had to have been some building or something that had pink dragons. Yeah, I don't even know where I'm at here. Yeah. Let's see. Then this one was funny. This is when going to the Great American Truck Show 2019, I believe, was I at Schneider at that time? No, because that's my truck right there. Or no, that's not my truck, but I was picking up a load in Ohio. Heading to Texas. Yeah, there's me. And that was a fun show. That was the show that there should be another video where I'm meeting up with James Best and Harold Huffman back when James still liked me as a friend. And he didn't say bad things. Yeah, so there it is. Who we got here? Yeah, that's Chucky. That's me. That's Pale Rider. That's Provost. And I want to say, oh man, I don't know if I knew who that Pro Star was. There's me hanging out with Pale Rider. Pale Rider's such a good friend. Let's see. So yeah, I have. If you go to my video, my channel, pick on GoPro vlogs. These are all in there. Oh, this one in Mobile, Alabama. That was great. I was tree trimming. Check out this drive. Oops. How bad of an idea would do an Amazon relay loads be in Missouri? Don. That is a question for Spectre. If you can get a hold of him, he could tell you all about it because that's what his drivers were doing for a while. So this is how narrow this was a tough gig right here. This was tough getting out. Look, I'm avoiding power lines. I'm avoiding these trees. Kind of. I have to turn right here, and I'm having to swing really hard. This was not a neighborhood meant for truck. Look at that raised garden. That's a cool deal. Man, I had to curb it on both ends. It was bad. You can see the truck kind of like, ugh. There are times when I miss this, and sometimes I don't. And this is one of those times I was like, yeah, that could have been different. But hey, that's what makes you a stronger driver. That's what makes you a better driver, right? There's one point where I was trying to turn, and a guy wouldn't back up for me. And so I literally set my brakes and said, dude, if you won't move, I can't move. And so finally he moved so I can get out of his way. It's amazing how people don't understand that two things can't be in the same place at the same time. It gets a little better here. But, man, I was so glad to be done with that load. Is this what bed buggers have to go through all the time? See, here I'm taking up both lanes. And I'm holding back a little bit. This is a safety thing, right? That car's way too much in the intersection because he doesn't know what he's doing. Now, I forget which direction I'm turning here. Man, Steve, come on, editing, jeez. Here we go. Now I got a green light. And, of course, that dude's running the red light, right? So I got a green light, so I go forward. And I'm taking a right turn. Yeah, that dude had to go barely squeeze in there, barely. That dude did have to back up a little bit. It's like, there you go. Patience, new drivers. David Edwards, if you're watching this, patience. And, of course, I'm curbing it probably. There you go. As long as I didn't take out the telephone pole, we're good. I was watching the power lines. You don't want to take them out. You don't want to be that guy in the neighborhood taking them all out as you're going down the road. I've heard of people doing that. And, of course, I'm trimming these trees here. So, yeah, my trailer got kind of beat up on this one. This turn was... What was the deal with this turn? Oh, I might just be going straight. Yeah, or no, I'm turning left here. That's what I'm doing. And there we go. And there's me talking about it with my orange shirt. CB radio people use them. And that was the next place I had to pick up. Ooh, Carthage. This one's in the caves, I believe. Yeah, here's the Carthage caves. You guys have stopped commenting. Did someone else go live? As you can see, it was raining, but here's the cave. If you haven't trucked in a cave, then you should sometime. It's definitely a eye-opening experience. That looks low, don't it? Like when you go in, your trailer is like maybe 2 inches from that top from the lights, because the lights hang down a little bit. So yeah, the Carthage caves aren't so bad. It's the Kansas City caves that can get you, and geospace too. So let's see. Of course, there's me talking like I know something in the dark because I don't know what good lighting is. And here's me leaving. So, driving through Hurricane Laura. I did that. I don't know why the ukulele lessons in here. What the hell's that? Let's see. Sound the alarm. This was one of my favorite ones because I like the song that I used, which I can't play right now. This is during the vid when everything was kind of stupid and everybody was rioting and stuff. And then I did a video, Nothing's Free in Riot World. I got creative with my titles. There's me with my beard tied. This is a longer beard. This is only 3 years ago. So we're losing our weight and beard's getting longer. There's me hooking up my trailer like a doofus. All right. There's me in a Walmart. That's the Walmart in Vandalia, Illinois. That was my favorite Walmart to stop in. And, of course, they had it blocked because people don't know where to park. Let's see. What goes on after that? Some driving, some talking. I probably talked about how stupid the riots were and all that, probably. Man, I gotta clean out this playlist sometime. So yeah, check out. So Don, I have GoPro logs. You know, you guys have stopped chatting, so you're probably not even paying attention at this point. So, anyways, I think that's all I got. Unless you guys want to, if I put a link out, would anybody want to come in? If not, I'll end this video. Oh, let's try this here. Oh, let's do this here. Let's do this instead. Let's promote the OG channel. You're still here? Good deal, Don. I was getting lonely. Whoops. Do, 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 do. All right, so let's close that out. So here's the other channel. Now, this is where my origins are. That's why it's named OG. So if we go to videos and we go to oldest, check this out. 15 years ago is when I started this YouTube channel. There's old live footage. You guys want to see some live footage of me? Yeah, if you're still here, tell me in the chat so I don't feel lonely. I wonder if you guys can hear this. Hold on. Can you guys hear that? No? Okay. I'll just mute it then. Let's see. Let's go back to one. It deafened me, so you'll have to forgive me for a second. But if we go to oldest, check it out. This is the song that my wife actually does vocals on, Apnea Chronic Infection. It's a cover from Pestilence. And then this is my first official vlog. I did my first official trucking vlog on April 1st of 2009. And look at that cutie. Look at these cutie guys. My first vlog has Crowbar playing, and then going to Cleveland. That one's all right. That's one of my favorites. Beer Run in Texas. That's all death metal. Here's a day in the life of Snorelord. A typical week of Snorelord the trucker. Yeah, Grafton. I think that's the thing that StreamYard does. So yeah, there's my I don't even know if I still have that shirt anymore. That's Storm the Castle. It's a great local band from Arkansas. But yeah, I used to drive a Volvo, people. Can you believe that? That one's dorky. Let's see. I got to be careful because I don't want it showing. I think I got to be careful with this. Yeah, I should probably take this off. Yep. All right, so there's that. So anyways, yeah, I've been on YouTube a minute. You'd think I'd have more followers, but I'm pretty boring, so there's that. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. We've been at this for an hour and yeah, so I forgot you used to have that Storm the Castle t-shirt. That band rules. Yes. That one's probably in a bin Mark 2X shirts. So just get someone else in here. Well, Don, do you want to come in here? Tyke says Volvo is the shiznit. Pisses over. Look, I had two Volvos, right? The first one had the Volvo engine and it had the air suspension on the front end. I didn't like that truck. I felt like I was tipping over any minute. But then later on, the company put me in another one that was brand new. It had a Cummins engine in it. That thing was a tank. I like that truck. It had the regular front suspension and the gearing ratio was better on that truck. And I like that truck. I had that truck 2 years, I want to say. And when they put me in a T660, I was like, because the 660 was narrow. It's a smoother ride, but it was such a narrower cab, and there was nowhere to put anything in the back. And if you guys seen the back of my truck, you know I had a lot of crap in there. And you know, you talk about the mirrors, Don. So the mirrors on the Volvo had the turn signals in the smaller mirrors, and that was awesome because that made, when I needed over, that made it more visible. And I noticed the difference when I went from the old mirrors to those mirrors back to no signal mirrors. That's kind of, that was the deal. But I like that truck. That was a good truck. That was when I first started to train, was in that truck. and it's kind of cramped. It wasn't the 780s, you know, that got the table and all that stuff, but it was a good truck. Scania will do it better. We don't have Scanias here in America. John, what's up? Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, there was always some kind of sensor issue. My Volvo was a 2009. Yeah, I had a 2007 first time, or a 2008, and then the second one was a 2009. Brand new, had like 40 miles on it when I got it. And I think we got up to 330s-ish before they put it in the short haul division and gave me a brand new 660. In my career, I've had 3 brand new trucks with one company. They were good about putting me in a new truck every 2 years. The first year, you had to kind of prove yourself, and within 4 or 5 months, they put me in a new truck. That was that first Volvo. And then 2 years later, they put me in a brand new Kenworth. And then 2 years after that, a month before I became owner-operator, they put me in a brand new 680. That was in 2014, which is why when I wanted to buy a truck, those weren't hitting the used market yet, and I knew that that was the truck I wanted. So that's why I got the green one after the first truck. So SST, what's up, man? What's up? So, and then, so how many trucks have I had in my career? So I started in a Volvo, then they put me in a Peterbilt 387, and then they put me in another Volvo, which I was kicking and screaming on that one, but then after they put me in a new truck, I was fine. It's like you're literally griping about being put in a new truck that costs $160,000. At that time, that's what they were. I thought, well, yeah, that's dumb, isn't it? And then they put me in a new T660. And then they put me in a new T680 2 years after that. And then after the 680, that's when I quit. Bought my own Peterbilt 387. That was a 2009 with 550,000 miles on it. And then drove that 2.5 years on a 3-year note, and then halfway through the third year, I traded it in towards the Kenworth T680 that you all know and love, the green one. So, brand new Volvo over here, 780 horsepower in line, 6, 17 liter. Still gets 10 to the gallon. That's good. We got some trucks here that can do that. So, but anyways, that's all I got. So that's. But yeah, go see my GoPro vlogs, and Tyke has his own carbon footprint. He's no worse than any of these, rock stars or celebrities that tell you that you should drive an electric car and they're flying their private plane everywhere, right? So, anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's late, and I got stuff to do, and hardly anybody's in here. So, with that being said, thanks for watching, and we'll do the outro video just for you guys, and we'll see you later. Peace.